Is it, as a coach, you have to keep frustration aside, but is it frustrating when this team has done some beautiful things on offense? You've scored a goal each the last two games that have been amazing build-ups, which hopefully I would imagine is what you'd like to see in the future.
Sure.
And yet the rest of the time there seems to be, as you say, one error after another. Is that just a new team getting together, injuries, red cards, everything coming together, a perfect storm, or are there more serious cracks in this team's facade?
I don't think it's serious cracks. I do think it is individuals have to make plays, ultimately. I think the individual mistakes were better than that, and we need to recognize it and be better than that. It is frustrating to do some good attacking things, score goals, and then turn around and give them right back. That is absolutely frustrating for everybody. But as a collective group, we need to be more mature in the back line. It's unfortunate that two of our most mature guys are not available for us right now. Our center backs have to recognize, no matter who it is, that their priority is to protect the goal first and foremost. That's what we have to do with Joe and the collective group. When we score a goal, the next 5-8 minutes until the game really settles in again, the number one priority is protect the goal. And we just haven't had the right mentality in that standpoint, and it's something that we know better as a group, because I could see the guys talking to each other after we scored the goal. But it's not just about talking about it, it's what our collective reaction is and leadership. But I don't think the breakdowns are a facade. The same thing is, I think we can be more dangerous in the attack still. I thought we had a lot of possession and didn't create enough chances. So I look at us on both sides of the ball, because we're one team, of how can we be better in the attack and more dangerous and create more chances and score more goals. At the same time, we've got to stop giving away the goals we are, and I think that'll be through defensive work, but also through individuals just making better plays. The game comes down to making plays in front of your goal and making plays in front of their goal.
Still early days till the Dallas game next week, but do you have a gauge of which defenders that have been out are closest to returning next week?
I think everybody is very close. So the objective this week is to push everybody forward, but not to push everybody too fast this week, and hopefully have close to everyone, if not everyone, into training for a regular week next week. That's the objective.
4 games into the season now, what have you made of Benoit Cheroux? He's up for goal of the week. He scored in the last one. What have you thought of your new midfielder?
I think he's a great talent soccer-wise. I think he gives us a lot of ideas in the attack. He plays some good final passes. He helps us in terms of composure. The goal he scored was, for me, a class. Benoit still sort of feeling out the league, which I think, just every game I think has gotten a little bit better. So, for example, feeling out the league is the number of transitions that happen that really shouldn't happen, right? When you come from a Marseille or something like that, players don't just turn over the ball when they shouldn't turn over the ball. So you have to be ready for those transitions at all time, because they're going to come when they shouldn't come, right? That's getting used to the league. Guys will come pressure you. When normally in a different league, they might stay in their shape because they got to protect themselves. All of a sudden the guy's sprinting at you, but you've got to be aware of that in this league, where in another league maybe that doesn't happen because their shape is more important than somebody sprinting at you and getting pressure. But it's getting a feel for the league, getting an understanding of how quickly things come, and sometimes to him things aren't always rational, like he's used to them being rational where he was before, right? And same with Sebastian. I thought this was Sebastian's best performance. He got the most touches that he's gotten in any game. I thought he was involved. I thought he was facing forward a fair amount. But I think for him too, is he's getting a feel for how this league works, playing on the road, playing against different types of oppositions, so.
The announcement was made today that you will be playing in a friendly against Manchester City come May. How does that complicate your job, or is this just an opportunity to see more of your players and to give some of the players that might not be seeing first team action more playing time?
Yeah, I think it's an opportunity, as you said, to see a lot of guys play and a different type of match. I think it's for us, it's not the most important thing to win. We want to go and have a good performance. We want to get guys opportunity to play and get minutes. But it'll be a different type of match than an MLS match, which it is what it is. It's exciting for the fans, I think, to see a team like Man City, which is why it's also important for us to play this game. But it's in a busy schedule for sure. We're just going to have to manage in terms of our health and who plays how many minutes. But it's a great opportunity for our fans to see an exciting team like Man City come to town, and we get to measure ourselves a little bit against some of that.
Wouldn't it be Wouldn't it be better for the fans if they could see best on best, or is that just naive?
That might be the case. I don't know how long that would be the case, because what's important for us is the season and making sure we get results. But I would think, and this is way ahead of time without me really looking at things and knowing what our health is, that our best group will get some time in the game, and we'll definitely get a look at what that looks like. And then we'll get other guys some opportunities to play. It won't be 90 minutes of best on best, that's for sure. But there might be some look where everybody is out on the field for some amount of time.
And can you tell us who the USL loanee is for the season? You said you wanted to speak to that player.
We haven't yet, because we haven't been sort of pushed from a timeline standpoint to have that conversation. So we want to just check and see where our health is and where everybody's at. But as soon as we will, we'll pass that on.